advice on chlorine. Thanks for what you do to help people. I teach swimming lessons to little children, keeping my water temperature around 84 degrees. My pool is 26,000 gallons and it's about 15 years old. I've been using chlorine from the beginning with an automatic tablet feeder. My pool is enclosed with material that blocks out 90% of UV rays, plus I have shade a lot of the day on the pool. I am frustrated with balancing the chlorine level. I don't know if I should be using some type of liquid chlorine to help out the tablets. The guy that built my pool tried salt earlier in his career. He said I just needed to use chlorine. I thought since my temp is warm, maybe I should convert to bromine. I've read as much as I can, but I still don't know if that's my best option. Do you think I need to convert to salt? I just need help in deciding which direction I should go. I live in Georgia, right on the Florida line. Thanks again for your time and what you do to help people like me. Hope you are all having good weather there today. I'm going to jump in with my thought on this is the stabilizer in the chlorine tablets is likely binding a lot of that chlorine since it's a southern pool.
That's certainly a possibility, and being that they're not getting the sun, they don't need the chlorine to be stabilized as much. So certainly that's one solution is using a non-stabilized chlorine. Most tablets come with a stabilizer, which is cyanuric acid, which helps hold the chlorine in the water. And you may be having an issue with that because you're not getting the full sun and your cyanuric acid levels are building up. So that would be one thought. I don't think bromine is going to fix things that much. I would suspect if the pool is 15 years old and you have the original autochlorinator on there, it might be time to replace the chlorinator first, because the chlorine environment, as those tablets dissolve, it's a really corrosive environment, and it tends to gunk up the metals, or the plastics inside the units swell up, and it could be something as simple as you're just not getting the proper flow of water. If you're not getting enough water through the chlorinator, you're not getting enough chlorine to the pool, because clearly what you're talking about doing is using a liquid to augment because you're not getting enough. Likely it's in the mechanical part of this, especially if you don't have a ton of sun, which is burning off the chemicals. The other thing is, you say that you're teaching swimming lessons. I guess the question would be is how many at a time, and if you're having a big bather load at one time, you may want to, right after, use a liquid chlorine to reshock the pool. And also, people tend to not shock their pools when they use an autochlorinator because they think the chlorinator is doing all of the work. We still recommend that every 2 weeks you shock the pool, which is either using a granular shock or using a liquid. So it might just be a process thing for you in terms of every day that you have a big bather load, make sure to shock the pool and keep up that way. I don't think, if that's the issue, that a salt system really will help you that much, because you're still have a large bather load, you're still creating chlorine, and you're still going to need to boost it to take care of any contaminants with a lot of kids swimming in the water. So I guess to kind of summarize it, check the chlorinator first. It might just be time to replace that. Some of the internal components may not be allowing enough water to flow. Bromine, while you can use it, I think you're just spending more money for something I don't think you're getting the value in. And just the third thing would be your process. Make sure to shock the pool every couple weeks. Maybe if every couple weeks isn't enough, then do it every 10 days. Or make a point of boosting the chlorine every time you have a large bather load. As soon as you're done swimming, hit it with a couple gallons of liquid chlorine. You said you're 26,000 gallons, so at least a gallon, if not 2 gallons of liquid chlorine. Other part of that, though, is don't buy too much liquid chlorine and have it sit for a long period of time, because it does have a shelf life. So always have a few gallons around, and when you have a big class, then hit afterwards, because at that point the chlorinator itself won't take care of it. So hopefully that helps.